It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now joining us, my goodness, you missed a fun one. In game one, had a little bit of everything. Fans getting tossed, coaches getting tossed, birds' heads were falling off, all sorts of crazy stuff as we get set for game two here. ICC won it 4-1 on a walk-off 3-run home run in the bottom of the seventh by A.B. Marlar. As that first pitch in there for a strike, it comes your way at 4:10. That's a 4:10 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here for game two. Adam Gore and Andy Kirk here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. As that pitch missing 1-1 now is the count. This is Montgomery in the circle for ICC getting the start here in game two. And Andy, when you had a moment, let's take a look at some of her stats.
Will do.
This is Alexander at the plate, and that's going to be a line out right to third base. Nice play over there by Shands.
Big out to keep Alexander off base. Yes, Ramsey Montgomery comes in. She's got a 1.73 earned run average, which is second in the conference and 12th in the country. She's 10-6 on the season. She's thrown 101 innings, 61 hits, 31 walks, and 159 strikeouts. She is 9 behind our two leaders in the season here at ICC for strikeouts.
That pitch at the knees for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
And we'd say Ramsey, she's 10-6 on the season. She has had some tough luck losses that some pitchers just have to wear the losses, even though she's gone extra innings or got beat 1-0 or 2-1. And one thing we know about her, she's going to keep battling though.
100%. We will have an interview with her on Tuesday on the ICC Hour. That'll be at 1 o'clock, 101.9 FM. You'll want to be sure and tune in for that. 1-1 now is the count. Grounder right up the middle off the glove of Ramsey, and that'll go for a base hit for Eves here to start things off. With one out here in the top of the first.
Eves batted cleanup last game. She was 0 for 3 with a walk.
And now this will bring Fondren to the plate here. She's batting in that 3 spot. You know, it's one of those atmospheres right now, Andy. It's kind of calm, but, you know, just one little play, one little something could easily kind of set off that powder keg once again.
Yes, really quick, because that walk-off home run that we had in game one was so intense, and the things that led up to that, too, was a lot of tension in the air, and that's what you expect when you got the number 1 and number 14 teams in the country that are playing each other. And, you know, talking about that's the first hit. Pearl River has held to 2 hits in game one. I mean, just tremendous pitching effort by the Indians.
Shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to be only one play, and it's over in time. A sacrifice bunt. Perfectly executed there by Fondren. 5-3 on the putout. Runner does advance, now 2 outs in the inning.
And I believe if you ask Coach Owens, he would say he would let her bunt every time she comes up. When she's leading the conference with 19 home runs and 49 RBIs, I almost dropped my gum out of my mouth when I saw her turn around the bunt. I thought she was just showing that. But, yeah, runner is in scoring position. Hey, like we talked about game one, runs are at a premium.
They are. So take them how you can get them in this situation. So now there is 2 outs and a runner at second. Pop up here, going to be a tough play. Second baseman gets it, throw across the way is low, but a nice dig by A.B. for the 3rd out of the inning.
I tell you the one thing about Duhon, she's one of those you say has a slow heartbeat type.
Yes.
She doesn't get in a rush about things, and didn't make the greatest throw, but her teammate Mahler, picked her up on that. Hey, that probably scores a run right there as well as Alexander runs and stuff. We saw a runner score from second for us in that game one.
No doubt. Andy, let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. Let's start with our friends from Pearl River.
All right, we saw the first 4 batters. That was Alexander, the right fielder, Eves playing center field, Fondren at third base, and Ben at first base again. Other batters that they will be bringing up, number 7 be Anastasia Acree, the shortstop. Number 3, J.C. Hollifield, the second baseman. Number 13, Emily Theriot, the left fielder. Number 28, Farley Harris will be behind the plate. And number 5, Zion Seals, the DP. And starting in the circle will be number 1, Anna Grace Garcia. We saw her finish game 1 for Pearl River.
And now the starting lineup for your ICC Indians, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Owens hopes he has that same winning combination put together here in Game 2.
Yes, we'll lead off basically about the same lineup we had in Game 1. We'll have number 1, Dawsey, playing center field. Number 8, Fields, playing left field. Number 22, Caitlin Lynch, catching. Number 19, A.B. Marler at first base. Number 30, Ann Thomas Luke, the DP. And then number 20 in the 6th hole, Ella Duhan, the second baseman. In the 17th spot, in the 7th spot, number 17, Taylor Shands, third base. Number 18 be Grayson Snell, the shortstop. In the 9th hole be number 27, Skylar Partlow, right fielder, that scored that big run to tie the game up. And as we saw in the circle, was Ramsey Montgomery.
So Elena Dawsey will start us off here in the bottom of the first. No score here in Game 2. As a little bit of a break in the action as we get reset here.
Dawsey was 1 for 3 with a walk, a big walk there in that 7th inning. She scored the second run, which actually ended up being the winning run.
Grounder to third, and it was dropped. So an error on the first baseman will put Dawsey on. But I was about to say, what a play over there at third base by Fondren. She don't need no glove, she said. She just reached down, barehanded that one, threw it about 120 miles per hour across, and just couldn't hang on to it over at first base.
Yeah, that was going to be number 3, J.C. Hollifield was covering. I think the first baseman crashed, so Hollifield dropped the ball. And to play as clean as we did, both teams in first game, that's surprising to see that.
That pitch in there for a strike.
You just don't expect it. When it does happen, you're just like, what? But, yeah, Fondren, she barehanded that ball.
Yeah, so we did want to go back and make a correction. We gave Partlow credit for a double. It was actually a single advance on the error back in Game 1, so it was 2 errors there in Game 1 for Pearl River. That pitch missing outside for a ball.
And that's unofficial again.
Correct,
I don't know.
correct, yes.
For us.
We're kind of like, what's that game show? Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
Where the rules and the scoring and stats are all made up.
All made up. Almost a little bit like banana ball. You just keep changing rules and keep going, different things. But
1-1 is the count here. Runner at first for the Indians. Foul ball right at the coaches, and luckily that one didn't make contact with anybody there. And now the count goes 1-2.
I don't know how it didn't, but it went right between 2 coaches and a looks like one of their pitcher players keeping stats right between the coaches. Somehow it missed all 3
she
on
kind of jumped out of the way, and so glad to see that for sure.
Fields has been outstanding all season. She was 0 for 4 in Game 1, but she had good at bats. Just some tough luck there.
Runner goes. This one's going to be popped up, and that's going to be a Little Caesars double play. They tried to get the hit and run going there, but unfortunately for ICC, fortunately though for
now batting number 22,
Pearl River, it basically takes care of that error.
It takes care of the error. It sure does, and that was a little hit and run action. And I think the umpire at first actually had his arm out, maybe called her leaving early, but bad luck, as you say. Trying to hit that ball on the ground, and
she committed on the swing there, so it'll be 0-1 count now here to Lynch.
Lynch was 1 for 4 in Game 1. She got on by an error that was a huge hustle play that she was able to get down the first right in front of the big home run by Marler that won the game.
0-1 pitch from Garcia, low in the dirt.
Let me tell you what happened right there.
Okay.
The pitcher threw the ball, and the catcher was still looking over at the pitching coach trying to do it. She had her hand on her arm thing and was looking left, and the ball hit her in the right shin guard or right arm. I don't know where it hit her, but she was not even looking at the pitcher. Like right now. She's not looking. Now she looked up.
So 1-1 count. Beautiful pitch there. Took some of it off of it there. 1-2 now is the count. Yeah, I noticed by your reaction, you kind of jumped, and I was looking around trying to see what I missed, or maybe there was a wasp in here or something.
Yeah.
And no, it was that extra eye that only a coach has. Ground ball. This one to get through for a base hit. So a nice 2-out hit there for Lynch. So each team has got a hit now in the contest. This is going to bring A.B. Marler to the plate.
They have made a change because that is they were supposed to have – I saw the coach talking to him. I was wondering what happened. Alexander's supposed to be in right field, but that's Goodman out there. Alexander DP'd, but
okay, so
in between the top and the first bottom. Foul
that
ball.
one just fouled down the line for strike one.
Yeah, that's Goodman in right for sure. That's a clean, good base hit there for Lynch there, and that's what you want. You want somebody up in front of A.B. Marler. As we saw, she went 1 for 4 in the first game, but that one was huge. 3 RBI home runs she hit out to right center field. The end of the game.
So was that Alexander that batted?
Alexander did lead off the game. Yes, she did bat.
So 0-1 is the count. Marler looks at that pitch low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. We didn't make this note during the original our first broadcast. That last home run by AB ties the Indians for most home runs in a single season at 43.
Yes, that's with the 2014 Indian team.
That pitch runs inside and then a called strike. You kind of have to wait for this home plate umpire. It's got a delayed call, but
that was very delayed. I didn't think she called anything, but yes, that I'm hoping the Indians can break the record here in this game and get number 44.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at first here for the Indians. Marler at the plate. Thought about it, held off, ball gets away. Now the throw down to first is down the line and actually more towards the dugout. Would have been trouble there for the Indians, as that time Lynch really couldn't make up her mind if she wanted to go or not.
She couldn't. And I tell you, Benton did a good job reaching out for that ball because that was tailing away from her, and if she doesn't get it, it's way down that right field corner.
So the 2-2 pitch. Marler fouls this one off, keeping the at-bat alive here. We'll stay at 2-2.
And I don't think during all the excitement, not sure if we mentioned it, but that was Marler's 13th home run of the season, which moves her into a tie for second with Jessie Patterson-Kuhn during her good year that she had back in 2012.
So Garcia looking to the dugout, gets the signal now.
Seeing 2012 makes me feel old,
Man,
Gore.
big time. 2-2 pitch, off speed, outside. Now they're going to snap throw down to first, not in time. Count goes full at 3-2.
And there's Garcia again with that tight curveball that we talked about in game one. Looks like a baseball pitcher's slider, how far it just goes straight left away from right-handed batters. So Lynch should be in motion here, 3-2, 2 outs.
Well, this game is dramatically slowed in pace as we await the 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be popped up. Left fielder, though, right there in the right spot to get the line out to end the inning. So both teams put a runner on first but can't get anything going. We've played one. We'll take a break and be back with the second inning right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the second inning. Still scoreless here in Game 2 between number 1 Pearl River and number 14 ICC. Indians trying to go for the sweep here, the number 1 team in the country. Pearl River trying to bounce back and earn a split. Montgomery still in the circle here. That pitch missing on the outside for a ball.
Yeah, this big bring up a Cree. She was 1 for 3, had that big double on RBI in the top of the first inning for the Pearl River to start out. And that's the only run that they've scored so far today.
This pitch on its way, and it's in there for a strike.
And I tell you, with the pitching that they had and defense and everything, it almost held up all the way to the bottom of the 7th inning. That one run stayed on that board for a long time.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Montgomery's pitch is right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on, this is the shortstop. This is Acree at the plate. Acree, Holyfield, and Terrio due up here. That's going to be a little liner to the second baseman. Throw across the way is in time, 4-3.
And just like we mentioned in first game with these outstanding pitchers we got, is still you got to keep that leadoff hitter off base, because as we saw in the first inning, you get the first or second batter on, they're probably going to bunt them over. If you can get either one, you're going to see some sack bunts.
So with 1 out now, this is going to bring Holyfield to the plate here for Pearl River. She's playing second base. Swings on that first pitch, pops it up, and that one's going to get out of play, and so that'll go for strike 1.
Holyfield was 0 for 2 in the first game, batting in the 9 hole. She was hit by a pitch.
So 0-1 is the count here. Nobody on. We're in the top of the second here in game 2. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Baseball dropped a 10-0 decision to the number 3 team in the country down at Pearl River in game 1. They should be getting fired up for game 2 here in a few moments. 1-1 is the count. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. This one hit hard, hit deep left side, and it is gone. A solo home run off the bat of Holyfield. And Pearl River takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second.
And we talked about in game 1 that Holyfield was batting in the 9 hole. She had 6 doubles, 1 triple, and that will be her 8th home run of the season, how that was happening. And she's moved up to the 6th hole, and we see maybe that was just a one-off that she was in the 9 hole in game 1, but yes.
Well, that one was on a rope right there as it went down the line, stayed fair, and now 1-0 Pearl River with the lead here with 1 out, and this will be Terrio, the left fielder, at the plate. Batting in that 7th spot. Wind starting to pick up here. That pitch runs inside for a ball. You hit one that low on a line drive, the wind's not becoming a factor. That was, as you like to say, Coach, a perfectly hit home run ball.
It was. That ball did not get very high at all. It just, I was just wondering if it was going to carry on over the fence or hit the fence. That's how low it was. But as we said, you know, even though we got 1 out right here, can you avoid the inevitable 2? You know, just get up solo home run is not the end of the world. We've seen a lot of good pitchers in baseball and softball do that, but not letting them put up a crooked number after that.
1-1 pitch. It runs inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Terrio. Again, nobody on, as that was a solo home run by Holyfield, giving Pearl River this 1-0 lead here in game 2. And that one in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
And I don't have anything against the umpire balls and strikes, but I just don't know what she's calling right now as far as the signal is just kind of delayed. And maybe you can hear it if you're down on the field.
That pitch missing outside. Well, the problem is we have a fan here that likes to bark the signals or make the cadence like a umpire does, and sometimes they chime in. So yeah, now the count will go full at 3-2.
She kind of stumbled back. I thought she was fixing to call that. Ooh,
chopper over the head, and it's going to be a throw across the way. It's not in time. That'll go for an infield single.
That's just that speed right there. I mean, that's about all that Snell could do for us.
Yeah. The fact that she made it close was impressive. So back-to-back hits. First time today that the Wildcats have strung together back-to-back hits. And they just eclipsed the amount of hits they had in game 1 with that 3rd hit of the contest. We're in the top of the second. Runner at first with 1 out. And this is Harris, who is catching here in game 2 at the plate. She shows bunt, attempts at it, misses, strike one.
And I do not know Farley Harris, the catcher, but I know every time I hear the word Farley, I think of one comedian that was very famous that was in our era that we all like listening to.
Yes, little Chris Farley. Matter of fact, Cal Brown made that same reference earlier today. So you and Cal, right on cue.
Great minds think alike.
Runner's going to go. The throw down is not in time. It was up the line a little bit. And so that'll be a stolen base for Terrio to move into scoring position.
That'll be her sixth
they
stolen
said
base
it's
this
out?
season.
Oh, so she said she left early.
The umpire at first base, all right, yeah, stuck her arm out. So that'll be a caught stealing.
So you still give the out to the catcher?
Well, a lot of time, well, actually it'd be the closest fielder is usually who you give it
So
to,
it's
so
the
it'd be your first baseman.
First baseman.
Mm-hmm. Be like a 3U.
3 unassisted as that pitch in there for a strike. Well, we have seen just everything. I think the only thing we haven't seen today is a triple.
You are correct.
Other than that, we've seen everything. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning after the runner said was left early in the. We've played 1.5. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We shift now to the bottom of the second inning.
Now up to
5,
bat,
6,
number
7
30,
batters due up
and
here
Thomas
for
Luke.
the Indians. Luke, Duhan, and Shan scheduled up here. 1-0. Pearl River with the lead after a solo home run by Holyfield in the top part of the inning. If you're just now joining us, you missed an instant classic in Game 1. Don't know that a Hollywood writer could have scripted one any more exciting than that one. 4-1, ICC wins it on a walk-off home run by A.B. Marler. As Luke will start us off here, and that pitch is outside for a ball. Coach, I was kind of talking about myself in the game. You know, I feel like I'm struggling to get back in it mentally after an emotional game like that. From a coach's perspective, talk about how you work to keep your players engaged, in gear mentally whenever it's a game like after coming off a game like that.
I'm telling you, you got starting with ICC over here. You know, you're down. You had chances to score, just don't come through. You get down to your last at bat, and just such dramatic high. You just came off of an adrenaline rush there of the home run, the walk-off. Can you get back focused in, knowing that you're not giving any runs to start this game, and you're going to face another good pitcher like Garcia, who finished the first game, and we've already seen she's got some really good stuff there. And then if you're Pearl River, you're over there and you got the win, you got it, you're right in your grasp, and then all of a sudden, boom, the letdown that you just had. Are you going to be focused? Are you going to be mad about it? You got to find something to motivate you too. So both teams are looking for something to motivate them right now.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about how hard it is to come off an emotional loss. To me, it's just as equally hard to come off that emotional win. As that pitch missing low for a ball, 2-2 now is the count. I wonder what Chris Robinson would do in this situation. That's what I always ask myself. What would Andy Kirk and Chris Robinson do? Waiting the 2-2 pitch.
Young Chris Robinson, old Andy Kirk, which, I mean.
Oh. And a strike 3 is called there. It was one of those Luke knew it, waited on it, and the umpire finally agreed for strike 3.
She sure did. I didn't know she's going to step back and call that because she kind of faked me out there one time in the last half. But, yeah, we have had, with Chris Robinson and Jones, we've had some knockdown dragouts here with some number 1 teams going against each other. And, man, I can remember some 1-0, 2-1 games.
This is Ella Duhan at the plate, takes that first pitch at the knees for a strike. 0-1 is the count. You know, you even said it, before we even got on the broadcast today, we were getting ready for the game. You said, there's just always some crazy magic when the number 1 team comes to town here in Fulton. And I think there's other coaches throughout the league, Chris being one of those, and there's a great play over at third base to throw across the way is in time. Boy, I just say I'm impressed with Fondre might be an understatement, but yeah, ICC just got some kind of magic whenever the number 1 team comes to town. They always seem to find a way to get at least one win.
And we know that this team has that talent, and sometimes we feel like they've played down to their competition at times and not been as sharp. But, yeah, when you have a team that's above them, ranked above them, they feel like the hunter.
Yes.
Instead of being hunted by some of these other teams that we've played so far. And, of course, we know we got some tough matchups coming up against some other top 6 programs here. I think the next 3 weekends.
Yes, next 3
we're playing
weekends,
teams that are ranked in the top 6 in the country. As we mentioned earlier, there's 9 teams in Region 23 ranked in the top 25 right now.
There's a dribbler up the middle, shortstop. Oh, no, mooks it, and that'll go for an error.
We have not seen one of those today where it's just been kind of just a misplay. And the one thing about playing softball in a dirt field, even though the game's still just now getting started, is that, man, you can get little divots in the dirt and everything, but that ball just kind of stayed down on a cree. Is that how you?
Yeah, a cree.
A cree.
A cree.
So
A-Y-E.
I keep messing
cree.
you up.
Yeah.
I think I keep saying a cree and it's a cree.
A cree.
All right. And I do apologize for my mispronunciation of anything that's just not normal, what I call normal, just John.
I was kind
Black,
of impressed in
Smith,
game 1
whoever.
when you were giving the lineups. Your LSU fan came out on you when you gave that Duhan name. You gave it a little bit of a Cajun kick, some of that Tony Satchery on the last name.
Oh, a little sauce. I like it. I like Tony Satchery on anything I eat, peppered up, but I did mess up on the and I'm really, really disappointed. I'm going to think about it all night, the Terrio. Because there's been a lot of LSU players, baseball. Ryan Terrio is one of the best players they've had down there. And, I'm gonna feel that one for a while.
0-2 pitch, grounder, second baseman. Charges up, now goes over to first in time for the out. And a nice job there recovering and getting around the error with no damage done. We've played 2 here in Fulton in game 2. And it's 1-0 Pearl River with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We shift now to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Pearl River with the lead here in game 2, trying to bounce back and earn a split here with the Indians after they walked it off in the bottom of the 7th with a 3-run home run by A.B. Marler. It was a solo home run by Holyfield in the 2nd that gives Pearl River this 1-0 lead here in game 2. Montgomery still in the circle here for the Indians. It'll be Seals starting us off. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So the 9-1-2 batters due up here for the Wildcats.
Seals had one at bat in game 1. She flew out to center field. And a pinch hit opportunity.
Looks at that pitch. It runs inside for a strike. Got just enough of the rubber there to make it a 1-1 count.
Talking about game 2, as we mention all the time in baseball, softball, game 2 is just as important as game 1. But it takes a lot of focus and mental fortitude to get up for game 2.
That pitch missing low and outside. Yeah, you say that because these kids are coming from high school where they just play that one game and then they're done. You know, they might get to watch a JV game or might go home.
That's exactly right. And you're trying to – Coach Owens is trying to make sure his team doesn't feel satisfied with just the one win. You know, can you go for the sweep here? And then if you're in the other dugout, like we said, disappointed, hard loss over there, Pearl River, you're like, hey, if we can get a split today, it's still a win. A lot of times it's hard to win on the road. They thought they had game 1. Crazy things happen, as we see in all kind of games. Just crazy stuff happens. ICC comes back, gets the big hit, the big win, and scores the 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And they're just trying to fight right now and see if they can get a split.
And that's one thing you know, this Pearl River squad's not going to lay down. As there is strike 3. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The second of the game for Montgomery. And now we flip it back to the top part of the lineup here. As this is...
Now they've switched over. This is going to be Goodman that led off for them in the first game, and she's coming in hitting for Alexander.
So Goodman will stand in there and take that first pitch for a strike. Well, at first I was her hair was in the way. I couldn't see the first number. I almost thought it was 21 Woodward at it for a second. But it's not.
And she would fit because it says she's a left-handed batter on the lineup. So
that's usually what I look for whenever I have a question on a number. They're right-handed, left-handed, and left-handed. So I was like, oh, well, this is different.
What if they're both-handed? You call that amphibious?
Something like that.
That's a classic movie as well. That's a reference to the age of the ambidextrous. They're amphibious.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here.
And Ramsey's one of these pitchers, you know, if you don't get her early and you let her start warming up, she's so experienced, she just gets stronger as the game goes on.
1-2 pitch, that one high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count.
She's up to 161 strikeouts so far on this season, which leads the league and is second in the country.
She's creeping in on that single season record. 2-2 pitch, and there's strike 3.
And that'll be 162, and that, like you said, she's chasing Alyssa Cliff from last year's team, and the 2019 Olivia Burns have 168 each, tied in first place in the season.
Alyssa was here earlier. I think I saw her and her parents maybe taking an early exit to get back to Tennessee. As that pitch missing for a ball, as this is now Eves at the plate. She singled, but was left stranded in scoring position.
She might be like two broadcasts. She might be tired after that first game. It wore me out. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it did me too.
Emotionally just staying into it and mentally staying into every pitch, as intense as it was.
2-0 now is the counter to that pitch in the dirt here to Eves. There's 2 outs in the inning and nobody on here. Montgomery in the circle, Eves at the plate. Waiting the 2-0 pitch. Ripped. Out to the right fielder, over the head of the right fielder. This is going to go for extra bases here.
Man, she can run.
My goodness. She is quicker than Walt Flanagan's dog, as she was around from first to third in the blink of an eye. And there's our triple that I said we were missing earlier, Andy.
You called it for the wrong team.
I did.
But that's her second triple of the year. And my goodness, like we said, we knew playing center field that she was roaming out there, but she got around, and this is what you could ask for if you're Pearl River. You get your leading RBI hitter to come up with a runner on third base, even though there's 2 outs. She's come through for them all year.
In trouble at the plate right now in Fondren. She had a surprise sack bunt in her last at-bat. Takes that first pitch across for a strike.
Even though the infield's playing back, I think if she bunted right here, Coach Owens probably take it. As many extra base hits as she's got on the season.
Most definitely. She's one of those that's got a bat that can change the complexity of a game in a hurry. 0-1 is the count. Wind blowing in from left towards home plate. Montgomery's pitch. That one finds the corner for strike 2. So 0-2 now is the count. Nice job there by Montgomery after giving up that triple to come back and quickly get ahead of the batter here. 0-2.
Just got to find a way to put her away.
Not a bad spot to miss there with the throwaway pitch. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, she just tried to extend that plate on the outside part away from her, knowing that maybe she chases it, maybe she don't, but you don't get hurt with that pitch.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here from Montgomery. This one popped up. And, it's dropped.
Yes,
and the
sir.
run will score as Duhan caught him off late, and a tough break there for the Indians.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's going to be fair or foul, but the umpire at home plate definitely called it a fair ball. It was right near the line, and Indians had a chance to get out of that without any run score. That one hurts right there, and we've seen Fungin run at first base too, so don't be surprised if she don't try to get in scoring position here.
So a 2-out error allows the run to score. 2-0 now. Pearl River with the lead. And there's going to be a hit, and that one's going to be out to left field. So now making that error even tougher. And it's crazy to think what we saw in game one. We saw maybe, a grand total of 6 hits, 2 errors. Well, now we've had 3 errors and 6 hits. And Coach Owens want to come out and try to calm things down here. Let's take a quick break with them and be back with more right after this.
Hey, I'm going to order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back. No changes made there. Coach Owens just want to come out and get everybody refocused here. And now this is going to be a Cree coming to the plate. She grounded out to second to start the second. Indians looking for the exit. Pearl River trying to take advantage of that 2-out error. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1.
Yeah, Ramsey's just trying to get out of this thing right here without any further damage. Like we said, not giving up that crooked number, and momentum switched over to Pearl River right there with that drop ball.
So 0-1 is the count. Montgomery's pitch on its way. That one high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second here for Pearl River. Draws back and takes that one for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Well, it was a triple with 1 out in the inning by Eves. Smart base running as she was able to run home on what would have been the third out of the inning when the Indians dropped the pop-up. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice job by Montgomery to battle back and find that final out of the inning, but not before the Wildcats cash in on another run there to make a 2-0 lead here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
that's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Heading to the bottom of the third inning now. 2-0 Pearl River with the lead after a triple by Eves. She came home on a 2-out error to take this 2-0 lead here. It was a solo home run back in the second by Holyfield. And now you're up to date. You know, it used to be a jingle on Miss 98 radio. Now you're up to date with Miss 98.
That's right. That's exactly right. I like the rhyme and how it just rolls off your tongue there. Yeah. Partlow was 1 for 2 in game one. That won and scored that run that tied the game.
So 1-0 is the count. Now that one called a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Partlow.
And the run she scored to tie the game, she was on second base and came all the way around from second base to score on a ground ball to shortstop that they tried to turn a double play on that they didn't get the runner at first for anybody that missed it.
And that pitch, missing somewhere. Not sure where. Looked pretty good. But now the count goes 2-1. Yeah, it's going to be one that Pearl River fans got upset on, but it was didn't give her the clear lane to the base, and that's a new rule. Well, I say new rule. I mean, it's been around for a few years. But us old school folks, that one wouldn't have been a play. Bad. Now the throw over is in time. That was a bang-bang play, and again, man, Fondren, she takes 2 steps away from you on the bases. She's so strong.
She has been so impressive. I've never seen her play third base before, and she is not disappointed over there. She has been so smooth, and don't see many that smooth.
You know, I was talking about East Mississippi's third baseman in our last broadcast, and I was like, you know what, you're going to have to be pretty special to be a better third baseman than her. Well, guess what? Fondren is pretty darn special. That pitch clips the outside corner for a strike. This is Dawsey at the plate here. She reached on an error in her first at bat. Wind picking up here at Andy Kirk Field. 0-1 pitch coming here to Dawsey. Popped up off the netting, and now the count will go 0-2.
This will be the second time through for us to see Garcia here, even though she did pitch to a few batters there in game one. It wasn't very many batters that she saw, but we do have a scout report on her from seeing her a little bit. She is tough, though. That's why she's 5th in the conference in strikeouts and has such a low ERA.
Yeah, she's got a mean hook when she goes to it. See if she might think about it here. 0-2 is the count. Little off-speed pitch. Shortstop's going to come up, going to have to hurry. Throws it away, and that's going to be a dead ball, and the runner will advance to second. I won't call that a base hit in that situation because she beat the throw. And then the throw got into the dugout. Does that count as an error in that situation?
That will be it'll be a
E6.
It'll be a base hit with an E throw and error on 6. Yeah, they let her go from first to second base. So yeah, that man, and you don't fault the shortstop for trying to make the play on that, but man, Dawson just sped her up so much. And hey, here's a chance for Fields to get something going, get us a run in.
Big swing and a miss right there for strike one. First time the Indians have had a runner in scoring position here.
Yep, only the second hit we've had. And
this is the third base runner on. 0-1 is the count. Fields looks at that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Fields. She hit in that double play where ICC kind of had a little bit of hit and run on. Where a great play over at third base by Fondren turned into a pretty routine Little Caesars double play. This one fouled back off the netting. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that was a tough start to the game right there, getting a double play, but she got a chance to make up for it right here. And like I said, we've seen some crazy stuff today. It's been fun to watch, and just don't know what to expect right here. What's going to happen? It keeps you entertained, not knowing what might possibly could happen.
1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be outside. 2-2 now is the count here to Fields. She's playing in left field, pretty much where she's been all season this year for the Indians. Working with the 2-2 count, 1 out and a runner at second. Pearl River up in this one 2-0. Game 2 between these top programs in the country. A beautiful changeup, and there's strike 3. ICC fans didn't like it, but that was a great pitch there. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day.
I was about to say that the Indians have done a really good job of not striking out against a strikeout pitcher who, as said, has had 86 strikeouts, which is tied for 5th in the league coming in, and we've had a couple here the last 2 innings, though.
So this will be Lynch digging in for the Indians with 2 outs and a runner at second. Looks at that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second. Indians trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd in game 2. Garcia's pitch ripped to the second baseman, and she boots it. And that's going to allow the run to score for the Indians.
That took one of those, I mean, it caught nothing but bare hand. It did not even catch her glove, and I think, they're calling time to talk. But, yeah, that was a tough ground ball. I mean, it did not – I don't know if it took a bag bounce right at the end, but she didn't even get a glove on it. And Indians will take it, though. As we said, runs are at a premium. It don't matter who's in the circle today. It's tough to score, and look who we got coming to the plate now.
You just saw it right there. It kind of like it hit the dirt and almost skipped or skidded. Kind of had a little backspin to it maybe. And then when it hit right in front of the second baseman, it kind of skipped and went to the left of her and hit her right there in that hand.
Oh, man.
That's the 4th error of the game here in game 2.
Anytime I see one of those, you know what comes to my head? I think of when I was growing up, they were called the duty hops from the dude at Mississippi State. Because even though they have that turf management program, their field was not in great shape back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. For some reason, I always took mysterious, or not saying it wasn't in great shape, it took mysterious hops at times. And they just called them duty hops from the dude.
This is going to be Marlar at the plate, takes that first pitch low for a ball. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it just had a weird, for lack of a better word, for weird English on it.
Weird English, yeah. Pull out some pool terms there. I like the English. I'm able to put one on a pool ball.
Yeah, I'm saying I couldn't do it on a pool ball. 1-0 pitch. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to A.B. Marlar.
Do have a few scores from the MACCC softball today. Gulf Coast swept Mississippi Delta 11-1 and 11-3. Hines and Northeast split. Hines won the game 1-2-0, and Northeast won game 2 8-1.
Waiting the 1-1 pitch here to Marlar, and they're going to not appeal down to first. They're going to say she held off, and 2-1 now is the count.
I'm glad they did not appeal. And Northwest won game 1 6-4 over Southwest. That's all we have so far. Be getting you some more as we go through the day.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first. Marlar at the dish. Marlar thought about it, held off, called a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
That's a great pitcher's pitch right there. She's just gonna beat that straight in the ground as she swung at it. And kudos to Garcia right there for making a great pitcher's pitch.
Marlar lined out to left. And her only appearance so far here in game 2. 2-2 pitch. Marlar hits it to the second baseman, scoops it up, goes over to the shortstop at second to get out. And the Indians only managed 1 run there, but they're on the board. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guarantee Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey, I'm gonna order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Guarantee Bank,
formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fourth inning. ICC able to scratch back a run in the home half of the third. 2-1 now is the lead here for Pearl River as that pitch missing outside for a ball. Well, Andy, you said it during the break that third inning was the gift of the second baseman. Both runs scored on errors by the second baseman.
Yeah, that's unusual. Don't see that every day. Just like we said, something's always going to happen you're not expecting.
That pitch missing low as well. 2-0 now is the count here, as this is the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Holyfield, Theriot, and Harris. Holyfield got the scoring started with a solo home run, and her only at bat so far as that pitch to the knees called a strike.
Yeah, she smoked that ball right over the left field fence. It was a line shot. Looks like third base coach wanted to talk to her for a second and just slow Ramsey down a little bit. Ramsey did pick up 3 big strikeouts in the last inning. Even though they were able to get the unearned run across, she still had to pitch with some heat on, people still on base there. Finished the inning with 2 runners on, so she just got to get back in there. Her team's got her back within 1 run and see if they put up another 0 and let's go bat again.
Well, game 1's told us anything's possible, to quote the great poet Kevin Garnett. It's 2-1 now is the count with no outs as Holyfield starting us off here in the top of the fourth inning. Wind picking up. That one just came out of the hands a little bit too soon for Montgomery. Skips across. Now 3-1 is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. Wind really starting to pick up, shaking the camera out there in center field. This one hit hard, hit deep. Center fielder's going to go back and will camp underneath it and squeeze it for the out.
I tell you, Dawsey has played tremendous center field all year for the Indians. He just did what you want. That ball's hit in the air. She takes a drop step, she reads the wind, and then she just rolls with it and does it get spun around on that ball.
Yeah, that wind was really shifting because at the time it was blowing in from left to home plate, and then you look up and it's actually blowing in from center field to third base dugout. So quite the adventure there, but a nice job by Dawsey to reel that one in. So 1 out now, and this is going to bring Theriot to the plate. That pitch in there for a strike. She singled but was called out for leaving early back in the second inning.
Yeah, she followed the home run with that single when they got back-to-back hits, and we have not seen that very often today.
That pitch in there for strike 2, and Montgomery quickly ahead in the count now, 0-2.
Hits and base runners have been at a premium at times. When you got them, you need to cash in on them because these pitchers have been so good in the circle.
No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Pitch coming from Montgomery. And there's strike 3. Found the corner for the Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 5th of the game. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. So with 2 outs now, this is going to bring the catcher Harris to the plate. She struck out to end the second. She's going to dig in here, try to spark a 2-out rally for the River. And takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
That 5th strikeout will give Ramsey 164 on the season. She is 4 back from tying the top ones, tied in for the lead for the season strikeouts record.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, it's all of a sudden like Montgomery's woke up. She's zipping the pitches in there and quickly getting ahead of the batters here. Once again, ahead in the count here, 0-2 with 2 outs. Harris taking her time, trying to just get Montgomery out of her rhythm. Montgomery's going to take time. And that's got to be a delay there because nobody ever called time. Even so much so, well, Ramsey called time, so that might have been why they got the break. And that pitch missing outside. 1-2 now is the count.
When's the time going to come that we're going to have the clock out here somewhere, like the shot clock in basketball? They have it up, and in the NCAA level, you got to hire somebody to run it though, and who can know when it's actually time to start it? And
that one's fouled back. That'll probably. You remember? I know when you worked here, there was a clause in our work agreement: duties as assigned. It'll be assigned to Gore probably.
That's an educational thing. They always like to add that at the end of that contract, that work agreement.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch coming. Line, but foul. Ooh, big time break there for the Indians, and she was just ahead of that one. Foul by about a half a foot.
She was. Harris hit that ball well down the line. And she is catching for them in game 2. She's batting .429 on the season, has 2 doubles, a triple on the season with 4 RBIs.
So the count will stay at 1-2 after that foul ball. Montgomery getting set to deliver. Pitch on its way, and that one's fouled off. Nice battle here by Harris, fouling off some of these pitches and keeping this at-bat alive.
Tell you what, that was a pitcher's pitch. She thought she put her away on that pitch, and she just got a piece of it. Good job by Harris.
So once again, we'll do a 1-2 count here. Montgomery's pitch on the way. Grounder, third baseman, scoops it up. Time to throw across the way, and we'll get it 5-3 for 3 up, 3 down, top of the 4th. Indians trail this one 2-1. It'll be Luke, Duhan, and Shands due up for the Indians in the home half of the inning. We'll take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers.
Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back as Jim Ingram's theme song echoing through Andy Kirk Field here. Indians trailing this one 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th in game 2. Pearl River trying to bounce back and earn a split here with the Indians. After a wild game 1, that pitch is going to be fouled out of play for strike 1. This is Luke at the plate. If you're just now joining us, well, you missed quite the adventure. In game 1, ICC gets a 3-run walk-off home run to win 4-1 in game 1, but it did not come without tons of drama. So 0-1 is the count here. Luke starting us off here in the bottom of the 4th. Rips this one, but right out to the right fielder, and it's over her head. That's going to go for extra bases as Luke rounds first and heads into second. And that will be a Metro Ford double for Luke.
And that is number 21 playing right field right now. You tried to call her out earlier, but that's because you thought she was batting in that spot, but she was not. But that is going to be.
So now it is Woodward out there.
Woodward, yes. Woodward is in right field. It's been actually, we've played 4 innings. We've had 3 different right fielders.
So ICC sitting in a runner now, as this is going to be number 2, Morgan Green coming in to run. And I think maybe Pearl River's coach caught that she may have not sent in the substitution there, so she was talking to the home plate umpire, and now Coach Owens will get his substitution in. So the tying run at second here in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 20,
No outs.
Ella Duhan.
And it'll be Ella Duhan coming to the plate here for the Indians.
And the one, if you're not familiar with the substitution, the reason is if she had not told who the right fielder was and she did catch that ball, then Coach Owens can call it out and say they got a legal player playing right field and it had to be a do-over. Like it would not be an out. They would have to say she's illegal, you got to go back to the same count, and then they got to put her back in the game so you get to bat again, basically, is what you do.
You know what? That makes me feel good because anytime somebody asks what my ruling is, no matter if I know the answer or not, I always say it's a do-over.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good to know there is actually a do-over in sports.
This is going to be interesting.
And
she's got her in the box. She's got her in the box. If not, she would have pointed down that she was in fair territory and it hit her. It came up and hit the bat.
Yep, so she called it immediately. So the coach is going to come out and talk about this one, rightfully so. In this situation, she may just try to talk her into an appeal to one of the infield umpires. It looks like the home plate umpire is explaining pretty solidly what she saw, and
you'd have to have a video review. She
yeah.
can talk to the one right, but
and I do like this. I do like the fact that she is going to go to her partners in this situation, and they're going to try to bring in the third base umpire as well. I don't know that there's really anything that you can really turn over in that situation.
I agree. It's going to be you're not going to be able to see that. I mean, but it's worth the appeal to ask about it. But, yeah, she was bunting, and the ball came back up and hit her bat while she was in the batter's box. If she had taken a step out and it hit the bat or hit any part of her out, in fair territory, then she definitely would have been out. But, yeah, in high school ball, you have like a lot of free substitution. You don't have to give all those. But, yeah, in college, you got to give those defensive substitutions or you can get called out on it pretty quick.
So that will go for strike one here on Duhan. That pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, there's been times in coaching that somebody has ran for somebody and they let them play defense, then brought them back and they never reported them. You waited several innings before you'd call it until the ball got hit to them, and then you just go out there and say, y'all never reported it back to me, and they'd have to look at their card and they'd be like, yeah, you're right.
Duhan shows the bunt, and it's going to be a fair ball down the line, and it's going to go for a sacrifice bunt by Duhan.
Let me tell you, Harris made a tremendous play right there because that ball was spinning in front of home plate, and it's hard to pick up. But the other thing is, it didn't get away from home plate very far to give her a good angle to throw to first base. She basically had to throw it over her left shoulder, and, man, what a great throw she made. You see that ball hit the runner a lot of times in the back going down through there.
That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC Wesley Foundation. That pitch missing for a ball in the dirt. Didn't get far enough away. Now the tying run at the game is at third here for the Indians, and Taylor Shands is at the plate.
We know Taylor has tremendous power, and all we need is that fly ball to the outfield or with speed of green. Just a ground ball at the second baseman will score a run. Anything, run at third, less than 2 outs.
So 1-0 is the count. Shands takes a healthy chop at that one. Coming up empty, 1-1 now is the count. Good pitch there by Garcia.
Coach Owens calling a number. He might not be putting anything on, but it always puts them back in the mind of those corner infielders. Hey, you can see they're moving. Their coaches are yelling. Could be a squeeze.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Garcia. Shands is at the plate. First baseman creeping in extra close now. Shands chasing that breaking pitch there. 1-2 now is the count. This is a big pitch coming up here for Garcia with a tying run at third. We saw the Indians struggle to get those runs in game one, trying to cash in with it here. 1-2 pitch. Shands just finds a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
I mean, that hit off the end cap, didn't it? It just barely tipped. Hey, but it counts. It's a foul ball. She's still got another pitch. There's multiple pitches. She's still got life up there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tying run at third. 2-1, Pearl River with the lead here in game 2 in the bottom of the fourth. Garcia in the circle, taking a lot of time here. And tried to get Shands to chase that time. Good eye by Shands. Not a bad idea there after she got her to chase a couple of those. So now the count even up at 2-2.
She's definitely staying away from her. You wonder if she's ever going to run one in on her hands, but she's trying to get Shands to chase off that plate. But hey, a fly ball to right field works just as good as anything.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Garcia. Shands at the dish. Shands looks at it, and there's strike three. She knew it.
She did. She went away, and then she did. She came right back inside, and she was not looking for it.
That was just one great pitch call sequence there by Pearl River to set up that pitch. And now 2 outs. This is going to bring Snell to the plate. She grounded out 4-3 in her only appearance so far here in Game 2. Green at third, representing the tying run here for the Indians. Snell looking for a 2-out hit. Off speed, finds the zone for a strike.
Tell you what, Garcia has been tough. She's got the 3 strikeouts, doesn't have any walks right now. She's given up the 3 hits, and her team's committed 4 errors behind her, but it has not phased her one bit. She just keeps pumping strikes.
So waiting the 0-1 pitch here. Snell looks at it, takes it for a ball. And you look at it, really and truly, other than that double by Luke and maybe that line out to left by Marlar, hadn't really hit anything hard off of her.
That's exactly right.
So waiting this 1-1 pitch here from Garcia, asking the coach to go back through the signals. Snell hits it, and it's going to get through. We've got a tie ball game.
It's by the left fielder.
And now that one gets away. This could be trouble here. Snell rounding second, heading to third. Are they going to send her home? No, they're going to put the brakes on her, and she'll get back to third base.
She had the opportunity to go home if they do not make that good throw right there. I thought the center fielder was going to have a hard time picking up that ball, but she did. She got it in and hit the cutoff person. But outstanding 2-out golden hit there, regardless of getting the third, but just getting the hit to get that big run in with 2 outs. That is huge.
And Andy, do we call that a single with a 2-base error?
That's what I would say, yes, sir.
So E7, and man, the number 1 team in the country, a team that's not known to make this many miscues in a game. This is haunting them here as ICC was able to come back and tie it up now 2-2, and basically trading places on the bags after Snell had the wherewithal to hustle over from first to third after the ball got away. They were thinking about trying to send her home, but opted to leave her at third there. So Pearl River coach coming out to talk to her girls here, just trying to get them refocused in this situation. And again, coach, talk about it from a coach's perspective. That emotional game 1, you feel like you just let one get away from you, and obviously it's still lingering in the head of Pearl River here in game 2.
And it is, and fortunate in my career, we have been ranked number 1 here before, and it is a little pressure on you. You feel that, hey, you feel like you got to play perfect, and you forget that the game is fun and how to play it and how to compete. And sometimes you think you got to play just great. You don't have to play great all the time, but yes, then when things start going bad, it can kind of snowball. So they're trying to regroup, and if you're the Indians, you keep just trying to put pressure on them right here with Partlow.
So Skyler will dig in, hits one, the third baseman finds it, throw across the way is in time. Great job there by Fondren. Stop me if you've heard me say that before today. But ICC does tie the ball game.
She hit it to the wrong person, though.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure on, because Fondren has been, she looks like Brooks Robinson, and none of these kids even know who that is. She's making every play.
She is. She has looked outstanding today. 2-2 is your score. We've played 4. We'll be back with more right after this.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum. I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back. Brand new ball game as we shift now to the top of the 5th inning.
Out to bat, number 5.
ICC and Pearl River tied at 2. Errors have been the name of the game here in game 2. And as we said, this is MACCCC softball at its finest. Just you'll get something one way in game 1, then a complete about face in game 2. As that pitch from Montgomery missing low for a ball.
You're exactly right. Game 1 was just so clean, so many strikeouts, and the defense making plays and hard to get base runners, and then a lot of miscues so far.
This is Seals, as that one almost like a cricket pitch. Hit about halfway through and jumps across. 2-0 is the count.
The Indians, like you said, tied it up, so Montgomery's wanting to go out there and put up one more 0. Give us a chance, get back in the dugout and swing it again, see what happens.
So the 2-0 pitch here to Seals. Lifts this one, and center fielder will come in and get it for the out.
She makes it look easy out there. She
does.
makes it look as easy out in center field as Fundren is for them at third base.
Yes.
It's just making the plays, and I'd be down for a double and still be running. All right, so this is going to be 21.
So this will be Woodward coming to the plate.
This will be the third batter in the leadoff for them so far in this game. Leadoff spot, I should say.
They're just trying to find somebody to find a spark in that leadoff spot.
Or either you spoke it into existence because you want to say that she was batting last time for Goodman, and that will eliminate Goodman from being able to come back in this game right now. Alexander starting that position, she will be able to come back in one more time.
That first pitch missing low for a ball. That one in there for a strike. Evens things up now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Game 2 between ICC and Pearl River. 2-2 is your score.
Shadow came over the field. Haven't seen that today either, so that's something new.
That pitch missing low for a ball. Welcome, because this time of day the sun just eats us up here in the press box.
It does. I kept going, why is my right forearm starting to burn out? I realized that we have this little gap for the camera, and so I was getting direct sun on it. So that will be on you, Gore, if I'm burned after the game. Uh-oh.
That one's going to be down for extra bases as that one just slices to the gap out in left field, and that's going to be a double off the bat of Woodward.
I believe they found their answer right there for that spot. Third batter, like we said, is batted in the leadoff spot, and that is a clean, well-hit ball to left center field.
So with 1 out now, here comes trouble. Eves will come up to the plate. She's 2 for 2 with a single, a triple, and a run scored. One of the top bats in this lineup here for the Wildcats, proving it here in game 2.
And we know who's on deck with Fundren again. We kind of held her at bay today, but at some point, all good hitters are going to come out of it.
So Eves will dig in now. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. That one runs in there, missing for a ball.
As we were told as little kids, Gore, there's only so many times you can poke the bear.
Yep.
And then it's not going to be good.
Yeah, it took me a lot to learn that lesson as a small child. And as now as an old adult. Is that pitch high for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner at second. 2-2 is the score here. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. Montgomery in the circle for the Indians. This one popped up. Second baseman's going to drift over and make the play for the out. 2 away.
And a tremendous pitch right there because, like I said, Eves was 2 for 2 coming to that bat, and she'd been barreling up a lot of balls, and she got in on her hands and got that soft pop-up. So now you got some options here if you want to with Fundren with the first base open.
She had that sacrifice bunt, reached on an error in her last at-bat. We said this is a player that can change the complexity of the game with one swing of the bat. That pitch missing outside for a ball.
That was a great pitcher's pitch right there. It might have been, it was in the river, but man, I am really surprised she didn't swing at that. She's just a smooth player, though, at the plate or in the field. Been very impressed with her today.
1-0 is the count, 2 outs fouls that one back. Thank goodness there was a net, because if not, it was coming right at me, and I don't know if Coach Wilson would have made the play on it. So now the count will even up at 1-1 here with Fondren. 2-2 is your score here in the top of the 5th. Montgomery getting set to deliver the 1-1 pitch. That one missing low and outside. 2-1 now is the count.
And this is one of those hitters we talked about in game 1. You can make some really good pitcher's pitches, and if she doesn't go for any of them, you just got first and second with the next batter with, force outs at every base.
So waiting the 2-1 pitch here. That one called a strike. Thought it was up a little bit that time. 2-2 now is the count. Yeah, very impressed with Fondren, as you said, all the way around. Usually you have a power hitter like that, tend to be able to get them chase pitches, swing wildly at stuff, but she has been extremely patient at the plate today. We're waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Montgomery. This one popped back, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2.
Banana ball, she's out, though.
That is true.
Came off the screen, catcher caught it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. 2-2 is your score here in the top of the 5th.
You can tell the outfield respects that power, too. They're all playing deep in every position.
2-2 pitch, and it drifts high. Now the count will go full at 3-2.
I did just notice that Green did stay in after running, and she is in right field. She gets to stay in as long as Luke doesn't come back around the bat. If not, she'll bat for her. But
so waiting the 3-2 pitch here. Got to be careful if you're Montgomery. Pitch on its way. This one popped back. Nice job. Battling at the plate to keep this at-bat alive here.
I know one thing, Gore. There's only one person in this booth that would have caught that ball, and he sat between us.
Yes, Coach Wilson.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
Matter of fact, he kind of naturally reacted to it as if he had it. We'll stay with the full count here. 3-2, 2 outs and a runner at second. 2-2 contest. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. And drifts high for a ball.
And Coach Owen said that's all right, and I believe he's going to go out there and slow her down. She has thrown several pitches this inning, and just regroup, refresh, catch your breath. It's all right. Yeah, she went with a little off speed there, seeing if she could get her.
I think it's one of those situations he said, hey, look, yeah, you walked her, but that's not a bad walk.
Not at all.
In that situation, just sort of. And we saw Pearl River coach do this as well. Great timing by both these coaches today to recognize the situation, say, hey, I need to go out here, get the girls refocused, get them to gather back up, and know the situation here, and know that, hey, we've got 2 outs. Let's go find that third and get out of this inning.
And it, as a fan or us broadcasting, like, man, y'all are just extending the game. You're making long. No, these games are so intense. Right here, you got a tie game, first and second, 2 outs. I mean, you can go from a 3-run homer to that's a big lead in this game to just a base hit, might score 1. Can we hold them to 1? I mean, there's a lot of strategy involved, and you just got to love it. I mean, there's so much strategy involved. These kids have to make the plays, and that's all the players, coaches are trying to do. They're trying to put these players in the position to be successful, to make the plays that they know can make.
So this will bring Maylee Ben to the plate. She had a single in her last at bat. She's also grounded out 4-3 to end the first. She'll dig in with 2 outs, runners at first and second in a 2-2 contest here in game 2. Montgomery's pitch, missing low for a ball.
That didn't miss by much. That was a great pitch right there, too. Ben did a good job laying off of that.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Go ahead and run at second. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Ben's been tough at the plate today. Like I said, she was 0 for 1 in the first game, but she had 2 walks. She's been seeing the ball really well.
She mentioned singled in her last at bat, but was left stranded. 1-1 pitch. That one falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-1 now is the count.
Yep, infielders can go first, second, or third. Any of those for a force out. That's what you would like to have for coaching right here. You want as big an infield as you can and try to keep it on the infield if it's a ground ball.
That pitch high and outside. Now the count goes 3-1.
Not where you want to be for the Indians here in the hitter's count here with a good hitter in Ben, but just got to make a quality pitch, and somebody's got to go make a good play defensively.
So 3-1 now is the count. Montgomery's pitch. Foul back, and now the count will go full at 3-2. So now the count will go full at 3-2. Montgomery getting ready.
Runners be moving here with 2 outs.
And there it is, a timely hit over the head of a leaping second baseman. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and that'll go for a 2-run double off the bat of Ben.
Just what the Wildcats have been looking for right there. She stayed on that ball, and like we said, she's had some quality at-bats all day and just drove it right in the clean double right in the right center field, and that's that big 2-out golden hit they've got to double up the Indians right now 4-2.
A clutch 2-out hit, and Andy, how many times have you seen it as a coach? But her, 2-out hitting is what's the difference between a good team and great teams.
Exactly. That is definitely the definition.
Montgomery comes firing right back in there for strike 1, as this is a Cree.
This lineup, like we've talked about all day, just doesn't give you time to breathe either. You got the big pop up there to get to 2 outs and then the walk, and then Ben did what she's supposed to. She followed up and got the big hit.
That one fouled back. 0-2 now is the count here to the shortstop of Cree. 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. 4-2 is your score. 2-run double by Ben, who is currently at second base. Here in the top of the 5th. And that pitch just missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. ICC fans really wanting that one that time, but didn't get it.
Saw one of our catchers run down to our bullpen. I believe Meeks was already down there.
1-2 pitch, and there's strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning, but not before a 2-run double off the bat of Ben gives Pearl River a 4-2 lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back. Now as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Pearl River gets a 2-run double by Ben to take a 4-2 lead here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Dawsey will start us off here, so it'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up for the Indians.
Not ideally what you like, the Indians. You're down 4-2, but what is ideal, you got your leadoff up again here in the 5th inning for the 3rd time.
Dawsey swings on the first one she sees, fouls it off and out of play for strike 1. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She reached on an error but was erased on a double play back in the first. She singled and advanced to advanced to second on a errant throw. She also scored a run. And this one's popped up, and the left fielder's going to give chase and can't quite get to it.
She made a what they call it? Not a business
decision.
Decision. I was going to say that didn't sound right.
Yeah.
Because right where that ball hit, if she would take off for it, would have been all warning track material on them forearms and elbows.
If she would have dove after that one, she would have paid for it.
I don't think she would have caught it anyway. It was just a little bit out of her reach, but it liked the hustle.
So 0-2 is the count here to Dawsey. She's going to have to guard the dish here. Garcia in the circle. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good pitch there. Low and out of the zone. Dawsey couldn't hang off of it. 1 out.
Now up to bat, number 8.
Just what you want if you're Pearl River is getting that first out, especially being the leadoff hitter for us at the top of the lineup. And after you've had that, taking a 2-run lead, to come out and get that first out is huge for them.
So this is Fields. 0 for 2 on the day. Hit into a Little Caesars double play and struck out. Looking, that was back in the 3rd inning. Fields rips this one, but the left fielder in the right spot at the right time. Just basically had to take a couple of steps to her right and reel that one in for 2 outs. And he talked about getting that first out, but man, if you get 2 outs, like a really quick 3-up, 3-down inning, it's what the Wildcats are looking for here.
It is, and I tell you what, you see all the time in baseball and softball. They got the 2 runs, and Montgomery's out there for a while, and she's really been working hard. But if she has to turn around and go right back out there really quick, like it would happen unless Lynch and AB can get something started, you don't see a lot of good follow-up innings by pitchers that have to go. They're better than get a drink of water and then they're right back out there. You like to extend the inning now if you can, if you're Lynch, and at least get a hit or at least, work a count right here.
So 1-0 is the count. That pitch, not sure where it missed.
But as we've said with Garcia's stats, she doesn't give up a whole lot of walks, and she pounds that strike zone and gets a lot of strikeouts. They're just that 3-headed monster. They have really pitched it well today, Pearl River has.
2-0 pitch, off speed, and therefore a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here. Indians trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Lynch, who is catching here in game 2. Awaiting this 2-1 offering from Garcia. Check swing to the second baseman, toss over, and it was a very quick 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Indians. We've played 5 here in Fulton. Pearl River leads it 4-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. ICC trailing Pearl River here 4-2. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up a 4-1 win in the first game of the day after a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th by A.B. Marler. And here comes trouble. Holyfield will start us off. 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for the Wildcats. That first pitch missing low for a ball.
Yeah, like we said, that was a quick inning for us offensively. Not what you like to have, but somehow we got to find a way to go out there, see if we can get 3 up, 3 down, and get back in there and swing the bats again and win these last 2 innings. So we got the 6th and the 7th coming up.
Ooh. Even Montgomery kind of throwing her hands up, asking where that one missed. And the catcher asking, and the umpire kind of half-heartedly said outside. I think that's one of those where she's like, yeah, I missed that one. But it happens. 2-0 now is the count. And that one in there for a strike.
I wasn't sure at first. I was about to throw my hands up like, where was that? Until she raised her hand. Do have a special shout-out, Miss Dana.
Yes.
Our
Hun. As everyone else knows her as.
A team mom for us for 11 years over here at ICC. She's watching the broadcast and cheering on the Indians.
That pitch missing outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count here to Holyfield.
She's also probably waiting on me to bring home supper from somewhere. I'm not cooking it, so it'll have to be picked up somewhere.
There you go. Yeah, lunch is worn off. It's been a minute. As this one hit hard and fair. That's going to go down for extra bases. And that'll go for a Metro Ford double off the bat of Holyfield. She's had a nice game here in game 2.
She sure has. I'm going to tell you what, that is if we had the miles per hour of the ball coming off the bat, that's going to be as hard as the one she hit the home run. It just didn't have the air under it. That one stayed down, but she smoked that ball.
Yeah, even the ball that she flew out to center field on was a hard hit ball. So now that is the 8th hit of the game here for Pearl River, and this is going to bring Terrio to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Attempts at that one, goes for strike 1.
And now we always talk about getting those insurance runs, and can we stop them right here? We saw what happened when we were able to score 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. We do not need them to extend to 3 or 4. Keep them at 2. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be a foul ball, and they're going to say she was still in the batter box. I agree.
It happened so fast she had to be in the batter's box. I mean, she almost caught like barrel, and it went straight down, straight back up.
And so Coach Owens will come out and question this one, and rightfully so. Pearl River coach did the same thing. He got his definition and walked away. But, yeah, that one happened so quick. If she was out of the batter's box that quick, I wouldn't want to race her in a foot race.
No way.
I mean, I don't want to race her in a foot race anyway because I'd lose. But, yeah, that was just one of those bang-bang plays here. So now the count goes 0-2 on Terrio. Runner at second with no outs. Grounder, third baseman finds it. Throws across the way, gets the out, and they're not going to throw it across. So that'll be a 5-3 put out, just as well as a sacrifice bunt in that situation, as the runner does advance from second to third.
Yeah, that's a great job of getting the runner over. And Holyfield, she was coming off second base. The only thing she might could have took an extra look at her at second, but other than that, she was moving up as soon as Chance let go of the ball.
So now with 1 out, this is going to bring Harris to the plate. Swings on the first one she sees, fouls it off. It's going to get out of play for strike 1.
As we mentioned, runner at third, less than 2 outs. She's trying to hit something in the outfield, fly ball. Looks like our infield shortstop's playing up. Second baseman might be playing back, so ground ball to second base will score the run as well.
So 0-1 is the count. Harris is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third here. Pearl River trying to pick up an insurance run here in the top of the 6th. They lead it 4-2. Montgomery, swing and a miss there. Nice pitch that time by Montgomery. She took something off of that one. Batter well ahead of that one. 1-2 now is the count.
From our angle, you can see it perfect. It's almost like a voodoo pitch. Yes. It was there and it was gone when she swung at it. But, yeah, ICC, you love big strikeout right here.
1-2 pitch, and it's up high. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. Pearl River leading this one 4-2 here in game 2, trying to earn the split. A little slow roller. Third shortstop's going to come up. Throw across the way, and it's going to be dropped, and that's going to score the run. That's going to be an error on the play as the throw pulled Marler off the bag. It was in plenty of time.
I was wondering if she might do a fake throw because that runner at third was itching. She got well off the bag. And, not very good for the Indians right there. Maybe a teaching moment, but, definitely got to at least get an out somewhere. Is what Coach Owens would like to.
That's
at least
what I was about to say. Yeah, probably one of those coaching moments where you're just like, hey, next time, pump fake hard to first and get them to commit to home, and then get them at least and try to get them in a rundown. So there is only 1 out in the inning. After that error allowed the runner to score, and credit Pearl River. They know that after game 1, they got to put runs on the board. As this one's popped up, Marler's going to call everyone off and will get the out. But, yeah, they know it. They said, hey, look, no run's a safe run, or no lead's a safe lead here today, so we've got to pick up these insurance runs, and they did so there.
That's exactly right. Well, we've talked about before that we're almost a run roll. Think one team's going to run roll the other one. Next thing you know, you look back, the other team's that came back. You never have enough runs.
So now we're going to flip it back to the top part of the lineup here, as this is Woodard, who had a double in her only appearance so far. That pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
She came off the bench and did exactly what Coach Meeks wants. She saw a pitch she liked, and she drove it to that right center field gap.
So 1-0 is the count. 2 away here. Indians looking for the exit. Wildcats wanting to keep it going here. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Woodward.
She gave them that spark, of getting that inning going, that last inning when they scored 2 runs.
And that's what you're always looking for. You tell your team, be ready. You never know where you're going to be called upon. And as you said, Andy, she came in, got that spark going. Is that pitch? Missing for a ball. Now the ICC faithful getting a little restless here, as that strike zone has tightened up a little bit over the last few innings, or I should say last inning or so. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and miss. 2-2 now is the count.
I'm telling you, the only thing besides swinging and missing that, if you do hit that ball, that's the one that's going off that right shin, that front shin, and it hurts. You see that ball all the time. Baseball and softball just eats them up inside.
2-2 pitch. Fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2.
And she just barely missed her knee and her shin on that foul right there. And that's about all you can do with that ball. It's just bearing in on you so hard.
And that, no matter who you are, you can wear shin guards, etc. It's still going to hurt.
You can even wear the knee guard like Acuna.
Yes.
That's crazy what all he wears.
This pitch popped up, foul territory, giving chase, and can't get to it, and ouch. Fields selling out for that one and crashing into the bullpen over there, but she's able to shake it off.
That's a tough-nosed player, I tell you what. She can give you everything she's got, offensively, defensively, every game. We've seen that all season long.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here, and there's not strike 3.
You had me go where I thought it was strike 3.
I think everybody in the house, except for the umpire, thought that was strike 3.
We'll see Harris moving right here with a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. First base, she'll be taking off on the pitch.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here. Ground ball, foul ball, we'll do it all over again. Yeah, that's strike zone. And I'm not complaining here because we're losing, but it's been that way for both teams. Both these pitchers have seen it tighten up as we've getting throughout the game. Those pitches that were called for strikes that Montgomery was getting earlier, not getting those now, and you just got to battle through and find a way to figure out what the umpire wants. And another walk. What?
No, she called it. It was up and away, but she got the call that time.
That might have been a makeup call, as that was, in my opinion, ball 4. Let's go back and look at that one again. They're going to say it was strike 3, so we'll take it. As we'll take a break and hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC trailing 5-2 here in Game 2. We mentioned Pearl River trying to bounce back to earn a split here this afternoon in Fulton. ICC won the first game of the day 4-1 on a walk-off home run by the young lady coming to the plate right now, A.B. Marler. She got a 3-run shot out to right to walk it off. Something that ICC is kind of accustomed to, is getting some walk-off hits this season. We saw Zoe Goodman get one against East Mississippi in Game 2 to sweep the Lions earlier this week. So Marler will dig in. Garcia still in the circle. That pitch in there for a strike. Marler nodded her head and agreed.
Garcia's leading the team with 80 innings pitched coming in. The other two pitchers we've seen today are both in the 50s. So, yeah, they know that she can go the distance. She's a strong one. She's got 7 complete games on the season.
So 0-1 is the count here to Marler. And Marler just laid on that one. 0-2 now is the count. So AB was looking to try to hit Colin Minga out there in the golf cart. So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Garcia. A lot she can do with this pitch here. Goes off speed. Marler fouls it off. Nice job there by AB finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, through those first 5 innings, the Indians have only struck out 4 times against a really good strikeout pitcher, but Garcia has been tough. Mm-hmm. She's been finding other ways to get us out without having to rely on the strikeout here in Game 2.
0-2 pitch. And that one, boy, if she would have called that one a strike, we might have had another issue with the fans like we had in Game 1. That one is called a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, you talk about Garcia, as you said, not just been overwhelming with the strikeouts today, but she hasn't been hit hard but a few times. And that pitch runs inside. Now the count evens up at 2-2.
And you hear pitching coaches say that all the time. It's not always about the strikeout. It's about missing barrels. Can you miss barrels? And when we say barrels, we're talking about those hard line drive, hard ground balls that you give up that just these hitters barrel up. Just hit it off the end or get them jammed up. Either one works good for pitchers.
2-2 pitch. And Marler reaches out for that one, and it's going to go foul.
And she ran in the running lane legally right there and did not make contact with anybody. So that's just going to be a do-over. It's going to be a foul ball. Here's
the thing. A lot of people aren't going to think about in that situation. A lot of kids see that ball. They pop it up. They're not going to hustle down the line. They're just going to kind of half-butt it down the line, if you will. But since Marler did run that one out, she did get in the way legally of the play, and now she's getting another at-bat here, or another chance.
And kudos Pearl River, neither one of the fielders really trying to make a malicious run into her or anything either. We have seen that.
Yep.
Whether you say it's intentionally, unintentionally at times, where people have plowed over runners just going down the line like that, just whether they were trying to make a play or not make a play, just to get the out called, and both of them, were going for the ball, but then they pulled up and let the ball fall without the hard contact. So we sure don't need that after the drama we had in Game 1.
2-2 pitch. That one runs in high. Now the count will go full at 3-2. So a nice at bat here by AB. Fouling some pitches off, finding a way to keep it alive.
One thing, you're not able to do a 3-run homer right here leading off the inning. So we just need runners. We got to find some base runners and give ourselves a chance here in this inning to cut into that lead.
3-2 pitch. Marler, great job adjusting to that. She went off speed that time. Marler, like she pulled the trigger on another pitch and then was able just to fight through it and find the ball and foul it off and, again, keep it going here. So the count will stay full at 3-2 here. A lot of pitches being tossed by Garcia in this at bat. And Marlar wins the battle and draws the walk. Great at bat right there by AB.
She did. Now, I'm going to assume we're probably going to have a runner here for her at first base. That was a great quality at bat.
And we will, as this will be Bodie coming in to run.
Running, number 13, Emery Bodie.
Emery Bodie, a member of the women's basketball team. Coming in a little bit late on the season. That's a good problem to have. You always like to see the success of another student athlete in their sport.
Now batting, number 30.
Yes, that's a wonderful problem to have, is all the success our women's basketball team and Coach Porter had this season. That would be I have down there, that being the first walk of this game for Garcia.
That's what I got as well.
And leading off the 6, that's how good she has been in the circle after finishing off game 1 there.
So Luke at the plate now, takes that pitch low for a ball. And I think that is the first walk for either pitcher of the game.
Fundren walked before in the 5th. That's the only walk we have in the game.
Yep, there it is. Sorry, missed that one.
So 1-1.
Yeah,
that's almost as good. That was really close.
Ground ball. Third baseman finds it. Throw across the way is in time. Going to try to get the runner to third, and she is.
All right, home plate umpire called out, though. Umpire in the field had both hands ready to go safe.
He was calling safe, I'm going to say.
So, what we got?
And here we go again.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get the
whose call it's going to be, because the umpire at third base was coming over to call safe, and he did. Now I'm going to tell you, we've said it all day. That was a tough ground ball for Fundren. That ball took a bad hop on her and almost. You see it bounce over a third baseman's glove a lot. It wouldn't hit extremely hard, but it took a funny hop and almost just went right over the top of her glove, and she peeled it smooth.
She did a good job also. Like I said, kind of ran up her arm a little bit. So the home plate umpire called her out. The second base umpire was calling safe in that situation. And we're continuing to look at it on Little Caesars Instant Replay here. And I'm going to say, you have to go safe because the tag was on the hip. And I'm going to look at it one more time just to make sure I'm looking at that right, because I do want to give you my honest opinion here. The tag was, I want to say she got underneath it, maybe. It was a bang-bang play, and I don't know what the umpires came in to talk about there.
And that's going to be another coaching moment. Even though Bodie is safe, you are down 3 runs. Mm-hmm. Do we want to make that one as close as that play was, with the chance of you being called out on that? So, round second hard and then maybe stay there. But if you're going to make it, go on and make it. But I can tell you one thing about Coach Owens. He has the same philosophy like I had. Be aggressive.
Yes.
If you're going to get out, just be aggressive. Be smart now, but aggressive play, and you're going to make a first baseman going to have to make a great throw right there.
And it was.
You make them have to throw it and catch it, and sometimes that don't even happen. It doesn't happen very well. Even on this level, we see it at times.
So the Indians with a runner at third after the umpires came back and overturned that out call. So we said one umpire had safe, the other one had out.
And you got to think right here, as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning, you've got to cash in this run right here. You've got to cut that lead down from 3 to at least 2. You need some contact, ground ball to short, ground ball to second, or a fly ball deep in the outfield will score the run, because Bodie's got tremendous speed at third.
She does. 1-0 is the count. Duhan looks at that one. And again, man, this strike zone is continuing to tighten up here. That looked pretty good. But called a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Duhan. Runner at third. Beautiful changeup. It drops in there for strike 1.
This is the tight game 2, and I'm extremely proud you're doing play-by-play, because I'm having trouble biting my tongue, not sure if it's a ball or strike till you see the motion at times. It's kind of that little delay we're seeing every once in a while.
And that's 2-1 now is the count. This one blistered but foul. I was going to finish that up with by saying, and a lot of time that makes fans more frustrated than the actual calls. It looks like you're kind of guessing, I guess you can say sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's your cadence, and it's been her cadence the whole way through, so.
It has.
But, yeah, you probably can save a little bit of headaches if you go ahead and make the call sooner. That pitch up high. Now the count will go full at 3-2.
I know your advice to me is to sell it, whatever
Yes.
I do bring up and do it.
Yes.
And I can tell you the umpires that I know very well on first and third base, that's what both of them are going to sell the strike, or selling out. They're going to let you know what they called. Everybody on the field knows. And it's just different umpires.
3-2 pitch. This one popped up. Second baseman's going to give chase and makes the play. Now they're going to try to score it from home, and they do! They're going to appeal back to third, and they're going to say she's safe. Yep, she did wait till the catch was made, so the Indians do get a sacrifice fly to second.
They don't get much shorter than that, do they?
No, well, I'll say this. The one to short the other day was equally as short.
You're right.
Looks like we're going to have another fan from Pearl River get asked to head to the parking lot. And that's just unfortunate. I understand,
It is.
Getting heated and things like that. So, and
because it's about the kids.
It
It's
is.
not about
It is.
And I do too. That's why you tell, as I've talked to a lot of young coaches, it's not about you. They're here to see the kids. They're not here to see the coaches coach. Even though there's times you got to fight for your team. And you got to, I can tell you a good relationship with, like I said, first and third base umpires here. They've called many of my games in high school and college that I've gotten on both of them before. And sometimes I just go out there to tell them I'm getting on to y'all just because the fans expect me to be getting on to you. But hey, what are you doing after the game or what you got going on? You're doing a great job, man. But everybody thinks I'm out here tuning you out. And they just smile and say, it's all right, Coach, we get it, But, yeah, hey, good job by the Indians. Cut into the lead.
Now this is Shands at the plate. Takes that pitch in there for a strike. There is 2 outs.
We're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Goodman coming up here at 21.
Yep. So this is Goodman. Thank you.
I didn't see that she turned around. I saw the number.
Yeah, I'm kind of one blocked by the bracing of the window, and 2, the sun is getting me over here. Goodman stands in, takes that one for a ball.
Goodman had the big hit that you're talking about too, against East Mississippi.
You can go back and visit letsgoicc.com. You can see a ground level of that as well as the broadcast level of that walk-off hit in Game 2. 1-1 is the count here to Goodman. That pitch hangs up high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Zoe.
Yeah, cut in that lead. Indians still down 2. You got 2 outs, but hey, what about a 2-out rally here or get some more batters? Just put some people on base. Even though Garcia's thrown excellent, just keep making her throw more pitches.
That one in there for a strike. And of course, it's not this way, folks. But again, the umpire has that delay strike call, but it's almost like she waits for the reaction of the crowd to decide what to call. Of course, again, not saying that's what she's doing, just saying it's just that much of a delay. 2-2 pitch, hit hard. Second baseman finds it. That was a tough play, as that one had a little sideways spin on it. Was able to get the out 4-3. But the Indians do tack on another run. We've played 6. Indians trail this one 5-3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, the sky comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call.
guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Now up to bat, number 10.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. ICC trailing number 1 Pearl River 5-3 here in game 2. Pearl River trying to bounce back and earn a split here on the road this afternoon in Fulton. That pitch hops across for ball 1. This will be Eves, Fondren, and Ben. The meat of the lineup due up here, 2, 3, 4 batters for Pearl River. So an opportune time here for Pearl River to add some more runs on the board with these 2, 3, 4 batters at the plate. This one popped up. Could be trouble. Center fielder, though, is going to come in and make the play for out number 1.
Man, did she cover some ground or what?
Covered a lot of ground.
She almost got that. She was almost on the infield by the time she got to that ball. That meat of the order, man. Samstown Market's calling my name.
Been calling my name.
Been calling your name.
So 1 away now, and this is going to bring Fondren to the plate.
It's a big inning right here. Can we keep it at 2 runs when you are in the middle of the order, like you said, 2, 3, 4 up? Can we keep them from scoring and give our offense a chance in the bottom of the 7th for a little bit more of that Indian magic?
We've seen a lot of it this season, and she said right now, Andy, the most important part is finding these next 2 outs here to keep it at a 2-run game. But right now, if you're Pearl River, this is right where you want to be to try to tack on some of those insurance runs in the contest. This pitch foul back off the netting, 1-1 is the count. Of course, when we talk about insurance runs, we typically talk about them for ICC, but they're being brought to you by your State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland. As we got a little bit of break in the action, Andy, we've been talking about history being made by ICC. Well, Skate sent me a text and said that SLU is making some history today. They had their 19th straight win, 16th shutout of the season, first Southland Sports road team to sweep a 3-game series at McNeese since 2010.
2010.
What you call getting it done.
That is getting it done. I knew they were at 16, and I didn't know they had swept. That is awesome this weekend. 19 in a row, and I think we said last broadcast, Coach Rick Freeman got his 700th win, and we've seen him in this state at Belhaven, and then at Millsaps or Belhaven, one of them, and then he was at Jackson State for a while. And
I think it was Millsaps.
We went down there and played him Jackson State when he was at Jackson State University and stuff, and man, he's doing a tremendous job, and wish them nothing but the best, and hey, just keep her up. They're getting her done, and just keep on doing. Keep on keeping on.
2-1 pitch, and this one, well, you said it, Andy. It's hard to keep a good bat quiet all day long, and that's just one that she got extended, and that will be a solo home run off the bat of Fondren.
Yep, that is a line drive.
Candace McIntosh-like home run.
Yes.
One of those that don't look like it's a whole lot of effort, but it's a lot of power in that swing of that bat, and that's a big run because they're able to get that one back that they gave up in the bottom of the 6th.
That is a huge run, yes, and not just for being on the board, but for the momentum part of we just cut back into it, and you're thinking, all right, get one on. You have the time run come to the plate at any time during the inning as long as you got one runner. Now you got to get 2 on to have the time run come to the plate.
And that pitch in there for a strike as this is Ben. Ben has been big for Pearl River. She had a double that drove in 2 runs in the 5th. She had a single. She's also grounded out, so 2 for 3 on the day, but that 2-run double really kind of set the pace in the game and gave the Wildcats the lead as that pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count, and really shifted momentum their way, and it stuck there.
Yeah, we talked about records for ICC. I know that is Fondren keeps continuing to the regular season home run record for Pearl River. She broke it several weeks ago, and that's 20 for her now.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
And just what you want to see from Ramsey Montgomery, come back after the solo home run and gets a strikeout. And we've talked about before that solo's not going to get you beat in this league. It's giving up those 2 or 3 run home runs that give you trouble.
We're going to have a call to the bullpen here as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. Lizzie Meeks will enter the pitch here for the Indians. Saw her a little in game one. Actually got the win in game one in relief of Wheeler, who absolutely tossed a gem in game one. So Meeks coming in with 2 outs. And that pitch in there for a strike as she'll be greeted by Acree. Is that correct? Let's see if that's Stu Hills.
That is number 7, yes.
So 0-1 is the count. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Well, we have to wait till possibly Tuesday for a chance to tie or break history for Montgomery, as she is just one shy of the single season career strikeout record, tying it, that is. That pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now.
You're exactly right. She's at 167, and at first place tied right now is at 168 is Alyssa Cliff from the 2025 season and Olivia Burns from the 2019 season.
So 2-1 now is the count. Meeks getting set to deliver the pitch. That one in there for a strike. 2-2 now. The count here to Acree.
Tell you, Lizzie's had an outstanding season as well. She's creeping up into that top 10 single season list for strikeouts as she's been going.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Meeks. Grounder. Second baseman's going to have to hurry, and no, and then the throw gets away. They want to keep her over at first base. Good job, as that was Partlow quickly coming in to cover that one. I won't say it's a hit because look, that slow roller is tough play, and she's got the speed. I think she would have beat it out even if the ball had been caught.
I agree. I think if she caught it, it definitely was a hit. That was just a tough play. Once it got by the pitcher, it was just a foot race, and she's too fast for that.
And here comes Holyfield. She's been a tough out today. Here for the Indians, 2 of 3 with a solo home run, a double, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Big swing and a miss there for strike one.
As you said, she's hit 3 balls really well.
Yeah, hit them hard.
2 to left field. One of them got up out of the field. The other one about knocked the ball down, and then deep one to center field. Fly ball.
Yeah, say almost to the warning track, if not a step onto the warning track. That pitch high for a ball.
And that's the difference in game 1, game 2. You just see different pitchers, or you just feel different. It's just softball's a funny game. And this game's not over.
It is not.
That's what people don't realize watching it.
We've seen that in game 1. 1-1 now is the count with 2 outs and a runner at first. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
That's a nice off-speed pitch there by Meeks. She took something off and had her way out in front.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Indians looking for the exit. Wildcats trying to keep it going here. That pitch missing low and outside. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Pearl River leading game 2 here 6-3. Meeks getting set to deliver the pitch. Grounder, and it's a foul ball.
And that was right past the base, and he called it foul. First
He
base
called it
umpire,
foul.
he put his
and
arm
now
out.
He called it foul, but now he's acting like he called it fair.
And if he called it fair, they can let it play out until something happens. But as soon as he put his arm out.
Well, she's out of the baseline.
Yeah, she's tremendously out of the baseline.
He called it foul.
Yeah, he put his arm out.
He put his arm out with a closed fist.
Now he's saying.
Now he's coming in to
Now he's
discuss
saying
it. He called it a foul ball.
he's saying she left early. The runner at first left early. Maybe that's what he's calling.
Maybe that's what he's calling then. So he said the runner left early.
And like we said, the defense can take the play, but if she left early and it is a foul ball, then just stop play and call her out so nobody gets hurt. That's what I think. But
that was very strange that he didn't.
Really not sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Pearl River fans are arguing that he said he called it foul, but that does explain the arm stretched out with the fist closed versus the point.
That's right, fist closed.
Because he did say she left early, so let's see if I don't think we'll be able to see that.
Yeah, on a foul ball, most time you either have the arm straight or you point. You're pointing foul or fair.
I'll say this, she was about 2.5, 3 steps away from the bag whenever the camera switched, but you can't assume anything from this point of view, so you have to go with what the umpire said there in this situation as the coaches continue to talk this one over. So it was not the fact that it was a foul ball, but instead that Akery left early on the play. And so that will be a 3 unassisted on the putout. We're going to keep it here while the umpires continue to discuss this one. And I think that's – so we've got 2 different points of view. Some fans think they're calling it a foul ball. The umpire said he called it runner leaving early.
It's where you wish you had that microphone to tell everybody what's going on. I do have a score update. Okay. There was an upset in the MACCC softball world today.
Okay.
East Mississippi game 1 beat Colin 3-1 on a 3-run homer from the Fralix kid that we talked about, that Rick Lawson magic right there, and they made it hold up.
And I'm telling you, folks, we saw that East Mississippi squad last week, and they are scrappy. And I even said in the broadcast, they're a type of team that they may not get in the top part of the standings, but they're going to have a way to influence it. And that's a big win there over Colin. And now the first base coach. And you know what? I'm going to say this. I've given the umpires credit because that is a questionable call in that situation. So they're going to let her say her piece and have her piece said. But, of course, we don't have a microphone to be able to talk down there. But it seems like fans are arguing that it was a foul ball. He said it was the runner leaving early.
That's right.
Is what the out was.
You're exactly right. In game 2 of that, East Mississippi Fralix just had another 3-run home run, but they trailed 5-3 in the bottom of 6. Like you said, scrappy.
Yes,
they were within 2 runs of one of the top teams in the country.
And that's just a prime example of this conference. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. When you look 1 through 8, 1 through 9, in those situations, ICC was able to earn the split. As we're just going to keep it here instead of taking it to a break. But a whole lot of stuff going on here. And now I think what they're doing is possibly, Coach, you can talk about this because they're coming over, both the first base umpire and the home plate umpire. Are they writing in an appeal? Because they're over here in the ICC dugout. Looks like they got a piece of paper out writing on it. So how do you can you say file a formal appeal during the game?
I'm trying to see if he's right, and I think he actually is looking in the rule book.
So he's looking in the rule book here.
It looks like he's flipping over pages and stuff, and they're both looking into the rule book of what happened. And I don't know what the rule book would have to do with it. So if she left early, then it's automatic. She's out. If it's a foul ball, if it's a fair ball but you point foul, that kills the play as well.
Right.
So either way, the play's killed dead with him pointing his arm towards our dugout. And not, like I said, we're being as unbiased as we can.
Yeah, we're trying to be unbiased here because what we saw was the umpire had his arm out, pointed towards left. He didn't have a finger extended. He just had a closed fist.
Yep.
So automatically we're thinking he's calling it a foul ball in the heat of the action. But he came back, and it was really weird that he let the play continue. But I guess that's what you're supposed to do in that situation.
That's what you're supposed to do, because we had the same exact situation. And Chris Robinson, if he's still listening, he can tell you on one of the games we won here was Mamie Hollandhead playing third base and a hard line drive down the left field line. And they let it play out because the home plate umpire wasn't sure if it tipped off her glove and ricocheted into foul territory. So he let it play out. Then they got together, they talked, and the other umpire said, no, it did not touch her gloves. And they said foul ball. And, of course, Chris and Bob got a little excited, which they're supposed to do. They're fighting for their team and stuff. But that was the first time I'd learned that.
Yeah.
As long as you let it play, don't call it foul, it can play out. Then you can change it to foul. But if you call a foul ball, you never can change it back fair.
Correct.
It's dead.
Yes.
And good umpires just let it play out, and then they get together and say. And like I said, we need a microphone there would help.
You know what we need? We need Andy Kirk on the sideline like he is in football.
There you go. Yeah, I could be right up in the middle. I would have had that microphone right in between both them umpires in that first base dugout.
Yeah, Coach Wilson did confirm that
he's down there on the spot.
They're looking. I'll see if
he's right down there.
Text and be like, "What'd they say?"
And it has put a delay in this game that we do not need. I'm not sure what the delay is now because all the umpires are on the field and a batter's ready to bat, and all the position players are 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got 9 out there.
They just give me a chance to.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
They just give me a chance to text Coach Wilson. So Coach Wilson is going to be our official sideline reporter as he's trying to figure out what they said. And so we're going to play some softball.
And we're in the bottom of the 7th with all the drama happened in game 1 where the Indians were down 1-0 and scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. They got 1 across and then a big 3-run homer and were able to take game 1. They're trailing 3 runs here in game 2.
So 1-0 is the count. This pitch popped up back and out of play. We'll go 1-1. You got a.
Yep. What you want to do, you got to have at least 2 runners get on base here. To have the tying run come to the plate, looks like we need some softballs. It's hard to play without softballs, Gore.
That's true.
That's one thing I found out. It's hard, and they only throw 1 in. And you're like, the umpire's like, can you not give me 2 or 3 right now? Even though that bag's big, they'd like to keep a couple in. And I think we do have a couple.
Yes, they got a couple more ready to go.
But we got to
toss it out here.
And man, it's been an intense game. That's what you see all the time in the MACCC. It's so much fun to watch the kids get after each other. And just, once it's over, it's over.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Just tough action, just good. People they're just getting after each other and
it's been a tough day.
Making plays. It has been. It's been a long day.
This pitch popped up. First baseman's going to take it. I saw the second baseman barking for it. First baseman will take it for out number 1.
As they call us like talking heads, I guess. We're just talking heads up here, and I'm tired just talking up here of all the action we've seen. I can only imagine if you're a player out there, and I know what it's like being a coach out there. You're mentally and physically drained after this. But
well, our first Guaranteed Bank pitch of the day was at 12:58. It ain't 12:58 no more.
It ain't 12:58, and this one started at 4:10, and it's after 6, almost 6, pushing 6:30.
Partlow fouls that one off for strike 1.
And crazy me thinking, I'm looking at all, you got the top 5 strikeout pitchers in the league for strikeouts per 70. I was like, man, we're going to make some pretty quick games.
I'm hanging this one on you today because you did say that.
I'll wear it. I will wear it. I did say that. But these hitters have battled, and the pitchers have been good, no doubt, but it has drawn out.
1-1 now is the count after that pitch missing.
It really has drawn out, but it's been some great action, and you just like to see both teams getting after it and wish them both best of luck. We're going forward and stuff too, but there's still 2 big outs that the Wildcats are trying to get here, and these Indians are going to keep battling all the way through.
Tough play. A foul ball, man. That one, it had reverse spin on it. It's a base hit, but instead that one just went foul, and now the count will go 1-2 here on Partlow.
You need that spin used to throw into those post players when you're just playing basketball.
That's
Put
right.
that little English, spin it real quick. And
look like the ball's going out of bounds. Next thing you know, it takes a left turn.
That's right, that dipsy-do. There it goes.
So waiting that 1-2 pitch now here from Garcia, who has pitched well today here in game 2, trying to go the distance. Not a bad spot to miss with the throwaway pitch. 2-2 now is the count.
If I'm not mistaken, the last hit we had was in the 4th inning. We had a base runner and a sac fly there in the 6th inning. I mean, a walk in the sac fly. Gore, we talked too much.
And that's going to be a line out to second. Great play there. Second baseman able to quickly adjust to the ball and get the second out of the inning.
And that's exactly what the Wildcats want right there.
Yes.
Well, the 2 balls in the air, they're able to catch, didn't have to make a play because, like I said, they have not played extremely well defensively, especially in this game. They played really smooth defense in the first game, but I believe we had them with 5 errors through the first 5 innings. They have been clean these last 2 innings as the Indians been trying to catch up.
As Dawsey is going to hit that one to the shortstop. This should do it. Throw across the way is in time. 6-3 for the putout, and that will do it. And Andy, you said it, they hit that. That's what good teams do. That's why they're the number 1 team in the country. Did they have a lot of errors? Yes, they did. Did they let it get to them? No, they did not, and they found a way to come back and win this one by the final score of 6-3 here in Game 2. We're going to take a break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, talk through this one and then some here on the ICC Sports Network.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 final here. Almost said East Mississippi. Pearl River wins 6-3 over ICC to earn the split this afternoon. Andy, your thoughts on the game?
I'm going to tell you, that's 2 hard-fought games. This game 2, like we said, there's so many different emotions that came out of game 1 of how are your teams going to respond. And Pearl River jumped off the mat first with that big home run that Holyfield hit, that got them. But we just kept giving up one runs, and they made several errors, and we didn't take advantage of them. Had chances to score there, but they finally got the big 2-run hit from Ben that was that right center field gap, and then they added to it at the end. But, I mean, it was hard fought as we see all the time in our league. And one thing I've just got to give tremendous credit to Garcia.
Yes.
She came in late trying to save that game 1. Did not have a lot of success as they had a big error right behind her. She got a force out, they had a big error, and then she gave up the home run. She came back and just went 7 complete. 7 complete. Did not have the strikeouts she's used to, because like I said, she's one of the top strikeout pitchers in the league. She only had the 4 strikeouts, but she only gave up the 4 hits. When you're trying to when we got down early a little bit, and you're trying to fight back into it, it's 4-2, then kept going 5-2. Get pitchers like that, you're not just going to hit your way back into it. You need a little bit of help, and they tried to give us some help, but then they closed the door back because Garcia just making an outstanding pitch, and Ramsey Montgomery, another tough loss for her of where she pitched well enough for her team to have a chance to win and just didn't make some plays, didn't get some big hits we needed at the right time, and like the effort, though. I mean, that's what you see, 2 top 14 teams in the country getting after each other. You expect that intensity, and we had it all day.
Your final line on the evening is 6 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors for Pearl River. ICC 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Pearl River improves to 25-7, 11-3 in conference play. ICC slips to 29-9, 11-5 in, 11-3 is what Pearl River is. 11-5 in conference play is ICC. For the Indians, it was Dawsey with a single, Lynch with a single, Luke with a double, and a single for Snell. For Pearl River, it was Goodman with a double. Eves had a great day. She had 2 hits, a single, and a triple. She scored a run. Woodward also scored a run. You had Fondren, who had the home run. She also walked and scored a run. And then you had Ben, who had a big day. She had a single and a 2-run double. Holyfield, another big day. A double that scored a run, a solo home run. She also had an RBI, and then Terry had a hit as well. So that's going to do it. A wild day at the ballpark. Again, if you watched all day today, you're still here with us. This was 2 great teams doing battle, and I imagine these 2 teams, this ain't going to be the last time we see each other. We do want to wish the best of luck to our friends from Pearl River. Safe travels going home, but best of luck the rest of the season until we meet again, obviously. But, Andy, again, just another classic MACCCC matchup between 2 of the top teams in the country.
It was, and as we mentioned earlier, Coach Lynn did drop a game. So for both of these, it really, you say it don't hurt you, but it keeps you right there. You got just a bundle in those top 5 or 6 spots. Everybody's within 2 games of each other, and that's right where you want to be. And, man, both teams come in here and right now they're going, okay, we got to split. Both of them feel pretty good right now. And going forward, our team will be back in action against Coahoma.
Coahoma on Tuesday on the road.
On the road down there, and then we'll be on the road on the weekend, I believe, again. And, hey, stuff to build on. This team's amazing. I like watching them, man. They're just spunky, and they find, as we keep saying over and over, find a way. They find a way.
Give themselves a chance.
They do. And wish the Pearl River guys, like you said, I'll say it again, just safe travels, and we will. We'll see you again somewhere down the road.
Well, that's going to do it for Coach Andy Kirk. I'm Adam Gore. Casey Smith here with us today taking photos. You can see those on ICCimages.com. Cal Brown has been shooting highlights as well as updating Twitter. Follow us on your favorite social media outlet at Let's Go ICC. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday with baseball on the Red Channel. Coahoma coming to town. We hope you guys have a blessed weekend. A happy Easter. If you have a chance to spend a little time with family, take the opportunity. Have a good one. And as always, roll Tribe.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.